Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're going to be talking about new drugstore products, but this video has a little bit of a twist to it because I didn't actually buy these products at a drugstore here in the United States. I ordered them online, but before you click out of this video and think that you're not going to order drugstore products online and you'd rather see things that are going to be here in the US, a lot of these products are from our big brands that we have here, and very often they release products over in Europe and sometimes in Canada before they come here. So a lot of the things I'm going to talk about today we are likely to see in our drugstores in the next couple of months. So you guys will be a little bit ahead of the game, and it's not to say that all of these products will definitely launch here, but more often than not they do. Once in a while there is a product that just stays over in Europe and it never comes here, but that's actually the good thing about this website that I found. And this is not sponsored, by the way. They have no idea I'm doing this at all. I found this myself. There were no crazy wait times. Everything under $50 is free shipping. It comes in 3 to 7 days, which is really good for international shipping. And they also have a $10 option that gets it to you overnight. I actually did that because I wanted to test it out, and it literally came the next day. I was so shocked. And for 10 bucks, that's really good, because usually when you're ordering international, to get something overnighted to you, a lot of times it's like 25 bucks or something ridiculous that you would never pay. But I thought $10 shipping for overnight was like fantastic. I think if you order under $50, the 3 to 7 day option is around $6. So it's pretty affordable. And like I said, they packed up and put this in the mail like the same day I ordered it. So they're really, really quick. And everything was also packaged really well. Tons of bubble wrap, nothing came broken. So I was very, very impressed with my first order from Lookfantastic. So anyway, let's go ahead and go through the products now. I have things from L'Oreal and also from Revlon. Those were the two that had the most new stuff at the moment, but they also have some brands that we used to have at drugstores here that we don't anymore, like Max Factor. So I just thought it was such a fun site to go shopping on, and I'm definitely going to go back and check out some more things. So if you would like to see more videos like this, let me know down in the comments below. So anyway, let's go ahead and start out with the first product. This is from L'Oreal, and it's their Infallible Magic Essence Drops. It says that these are brightening primer drops, and basically from what I saw on the website, the blue color is just supposed to help brighten up sallow skin. So I don't know if I really noticed it doing that necessarily, but the blue color, it doesn't show up blue or anything like that. It kind of disappears into my skin. But what I noticed about this the most was that it just made my skin feel so super soft and smooth. When I first applied it, I thought it was maybe like a little oily, but when I checked the ingredient list, it's actually not oil-based at all. It's mostly water with a little bit of glycerin in it. So it's just a nice light hydrating layer that really kind of brings moisture into your skin, and it just made my skin feel really smooth and soft. I didn't notice any like pore filling or anything like that, but I did notice that my skin just looked kind of plumped up and healthier. So I really did like this. I don't think it's like a miracle product by any means, but if you like these type of water light primers that just kind of add a little bit more hydration, I think you would probably really love this. And then the next product I got is the L'Oreal Skin Paradise Tinted Water Cream. I actually saw Gemma from the Pampered Wolf here on YouTube review this, and this is actually how I found the Lookfantastic site, because when she reviewed this, I was thinking it was a new product that we could get here. I was kind of forgetting that she was over in England, and I was having trouble finding it, but then I saw it on that website and realized that they do ship to the United States, so I ended up just grabbing it because of that. But anyway, she really loved this, and I was excited to try it, and I got it in the shade Fair 03. It doesn't have a huge shade range, but it's supposed to be more of a sheer formula, so you kind of can see your skin through the colors a little bit. And I have to say, this one was a little bit orangey on me. It was a little too dark, but I was still able to make it work. I just had to kind of blend it down my neck a little bit. So this has an SPF of 20. It's supposed to be really light coverage, but give your skin a healthy and dewy glow. And I really enjoyed this so much. I was expecting something like a tinted moisturizer, but it actually has a lot more coverage than I was expecting it to. I wouldn't say it's like a full medium coverage, but it's pretty close. I would say it's like a very heavy light coverage, which is I think what Gemma had said in her video as well. I definitely agree with that. It covered up and evened out pretty much everything. I don't have a lot that I need to cover on my skin, and it covered up the little bit of redness that I have and the little bit of darkness under my eyes really well. Today I'm just wearing this. I didn't even put concealer on, and I think it did a great job at just kind of evening everything out. And as far as the texture goes, it reminds me a lot of the Neutrogena Hydro Boost Hydrating Tint. It's very, very similar. It kind of starts out a little bit like fluffy and kind of moussey, and it breaks down into almost what feels like water going into your skin. It has like almost a cooling effect. It feels really nice and just really hydrating, like you're giving your skin a drink of water. But I think that the L'Oreal has just slightly more coverage than the Neutrogena does, so I like this one even better, because with this one I usually do have to add a little concealer, and with this I didn't. So I think this is awesome. Let me go ahead quick and just show you some close-ups of my face, because I know you can't always see texture on my skin in the lights, but I think this did such a nice job at not accentuating the texture. It looks very, very skin-like and really natural. It doesn't have any glowiness to it. There's no shimmer, there's no glitter. I think it's just the perfect skin-like finish. It's beautiful. Next up from L'Oreal, they had just released this palette as well. This is called I Go Wild, and I have not had the best luck with L'Oreal's eyeshadows. Most of them I've actually decluttered because they're just not the best formulas. And when I saw this in person, even though I really loved the color story of it, I wasn't convinced that I was gonna love the formula until I ended up putting it on my eyes, and I fell in love with this formula. It is really, really, really nice. So for today's look, I used this light brown in my crease, and then I used this matte orangey shade in the outer corner, and then I used this coppery shade on my lid. So I'll show you guys quickly a demo just of me applying it, and I was so impressed with how these matte shades blended out. They were like velvet on my eyes. They stuck really well. They didn't like blend away to nothing. They're not super powdery. They just were very like rich and velvety and deposited tons of color, which I was so impressed with. And then when it came to the shimmer shade, really looking at them in the pan, I was not expecting anything too great, but they just are so pigmented yet almost weightless at the same time. They don't have that rich buttery feel. They feel a little bit drier and more smooth, but they still deposit a lot of pigment, a lot of color. So I was just very impressed using this palette. Let me go ahead and show you guys some swatches of all the shades. And I think honestly, this is a gorgeous palette for fall. You have so many beautiful shades in here, a really nice variety of different colors, and also a really good ratio of mattes to shimmers as well. So color me surprised. I was not expecting to love this palette as much as I do, but I really think it's a winner, and I do hope that they bring it here to the US. Another product I found from L'Oreal is this mascara. It's called Paradise Mascara Ecstatic. And I wasn't sure if this was like a new version of the Lash Paradise or if it's supposed to be the exact same thing. So I ordered it, and then as I was doing some Googling, I found out that this is just their version of Lash Paradise. They just called it something different, and it's in a different tube, but it's basically the same thing. When I got it home and I applied it, I feel like it works the same way as Lash Paradise does. I did get it in a brown shade though, so it's something a little bit different than the one that I already have here, which I have in black. And honestly, I'm not mad about it because I do really love Lash Paradise, so it was nice to just have another option. All right, so then next up we have some new things from Revlon, and first up are these Revlon Kiss Glow lip oils. I got it in 2 different shades, and these are supposed to be just like a really silky lip oil formula with a little hint of color. So the 2 shades that I got were Nuditude, and this one is called Glowed Up Rose. And I think these are both beautiful colors, and I think these feel very nice on my lips. They're really silky, they're not sticky at all. So if you're somebody who doesn't like a sticky gloss, a lip oil might be just a better alternative because they feel very, very smooth. These also deposit a little bit of color, but not too much. So they're a little bit more on the sheer side. I'll go ahead and show you some lip swatches first. This is me wearing Nuditude, and this one is just a really beautiful nude. And you'll see that these give my lips just a little bit of shine, but it's not like a super glassy or glossy shine like a lip gloss would be. And then next we have Glowed Up Rose. It has a little bit more pink to it, and I think both of these shades are really beautiful. And then also from Revlon are these new lip products as well. These are called Revlon Kiss Cloud Blotted Lip Color. So right away I was thinking of ColourPop's Ultra Blotted Lips, and these are actually really similar to those, but I think these are a little bit less drying on your lips. So these feel really, really silky and smooth. They have a very silicone feel, almost like you're putting a primer on top of your lips. And for me, I felt like they didn't really sink into my lips completely. So because they were sitting on top a little bit like a primer would, they did transfer slightly, but not too bad. And I did find that after wearing them for several hours, they stained my lips. So they do leave a lot of color behind, and they ended up being more long lasting than I thought they would be, which was great. So I'll show you the 3 colors I have and what what they look like on my lips. So first up we have the shade Whipped Hazelnut, and this one is just a really beautiful nude. Next up we have Blush Much. This is the one that I'm wearing in the video today, and this is probably my favorite color of the three. It's just a really gorgeous, perfect for fall kind of color. And then the last one is called Airy Scarlet, and this one is kind of a brighter shade, but I wanted to try something a little bit different, and it's really kind of more of an orangey red, so I thought that would be really pretty for fall as well. Another really cool use for these two is you can use them as a liquid blush because they're not sticky at all. They're very, very smooth and they dry down almost instantly. So to kind of keep my look more monochromatic, I took the shade Blush Much, which I'm wearing on my lips, and I also applied it to my cheeks. And these blend out so smoothly and so seamlessly on your cheeks as well. And again, they also leave that stain behind, so they last all day. And lately I've really been loving wearing the same color on my lips and cheeks. I think it just makes such a really nice kind of cohesive statement. So for me, these are more of a 2-in-1 product. I think they're really great. And then last but not least, Revlon has also released some eye crayons. These are called the Colorstay Glaze Stick. I got them in 2 different shades, and these are really, really nice. I wasn't expecting too much because I haven't had the best luck with any eyeshadows from Revlon, but these are actually really, really nice eyeshadow crayons. And honestly, they compete with my Laura Mercier Caviar sticks from Sephora in terms of how long lasting they are on the eyes. And also one of the colors I got is a spot-on dupe for one of the Laura Mercier ones, which I'll show you guys in just a second. So let's go ahead and just take a look at these colors really quick. I got the shades Sequin and Rosé. So Sequin is more of like a sparkly, shimmery gray, and then Rosé, it looks red in the actual stick, but when you put it on, it has this gorgeous duochrome with like a purple or blue shift. It's absolutely beautiful. And this is the one that is basically a spot-on dupe for one of the Laura Mercier ones that I have. And this one's called Rush. And I thought this was such a unique shade that I never expected to find a dupe for it at the drugstore. But let me show you these side by side. They both have kind of that reddish base with the blue or purple shift to it. They're really, really, really close. And I was so shocked when I compared the two. I think once they're on the eyes, you wouldn't be able to tell the difference at all. And another thing I will say about these is how incredibly long lasting they are. I wore the Sequin shade the other day. It was more than 8 hours later. It didn't crease, it hardly faded, it didn't budge at all. I mean, it was so good. And that day I actually went outside. It was warm here. It was like in the mid 70s. It was a little humid. I took a really long walk around the neighborhood with my family and it didn't break down at all. So these really surprised me, and I'm hoping that they end up bringing these to the US as well. Alright guys, so that's everything. I have to say I was very impressed with everything that I tried. I think my favorites are probably the tinted water cream, the eyeshadow palette I Go Wild, these Revlon Cloud Blotted lip colors are amazing, and the Revlon sticks. And when it comes to the lip oils and the primer, I think these were good. They weren't like standout or super fantastic like the other ones were, but I think they were decent. And also, I mean, the mascara, it's basically Lash Paradise. So if you already have that, there's no point in really trying this one too, because it's gonna be basically the same thing. So anyway, guys, I'd love to hear your thoughts on all the products that I tried down in the comments below. What do you think? Are you planning on trying any of them? I always love chatting with you guys. Thank you all so much for watching and hanging out with me today. Please don't forget to hit the thumbs up button if you like this video. And also, if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please go ahead and click on the subscribe button right here in the corner of your screen, and that way you'll be notified of new videos. Thank you so much, guys, and I'll see you in my next one. Take care. Bye.